Hello everyone and welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name's Michael and I'm bitten by a radioactive book. Unfortunately, I'm bitten by some kind of virus this week, so I mostly spent my time in bed, and that's why we didn't have any videos so far this week. But as it's the end of the year and I want to be part of the whole end of the year thing, I'm doing a very quick Top 5 Wednesday with my top 5 favorite reads of 2014 for you. On number 5 we have The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. I just finished this book this week. It is the last installment in the Mistborn trilogy and I really enjoyed it. It had a very satisfying ending, very epic ending to conclude the whole trilogy. It had some very interesting themes like religion and humanity. I really appreciated that because it was a bit more of an intellectually engaging read than the other two books in the Mistborn series. So yeah, it was like a really great ending for the series, and now I'm looking forward to read more Brandon Sanderson next year. On number 4 we have The Strange Affair of Spring-Heeled Jack by Mark Hodder. It's the first book in the Burton and Swinburne series. It's about a duo of investigators that investigate paranormal activities in the or strange activities for the British ministry or the British government in a steampunk world in Victorian London. Sir Richard Francis Burton is a very cool character, very great, yeah, like action hero, but beside all the action, interesting steampunk tropes, this book was a highly intellectual read with very interesting questions about Darwinism, philosophy, and in general. So it is a really great mix-up of an intellectually engaging read and just a really fun action steampunk story, and it is highly recommended. I'm looking forward to read the rest of the series next year. On number 3 we have Bloodsong by Anthony Ryan. It's the first book in the Raven Shadow series, or Raven Shadow cycle. It's a coming-of-age story. I'm personally not a huge fan of that kind of story, but this one was executed really well. It has some of the best pacings I've ever read. The main character, Valen Alsorna, is very likable. It was great to read about his adventures of becoming like a warrior of faith and then going on his first missions with his peers, and a lot of the overall plot comes to the light then during the course of the book, and it was just a really great read, and I'm looking forward to continue with the series. Book 2 will be a buddy read for me, I think in February, and the last volume comes out in July or August. On number 2 we have The Fell Sword by Miles Cameron. It's the second book in his Traitor Son cycle. Miles Cameron is actually a pen name for the historical fiction writer Christian Cameron, and that really shows in his work. He has a very detail-oriented medieval world that is very close to our own, so it uses, for example, the Christian mythology. It has a lot of countries that are related to our countries, like England is called Alba, France is called Gaul. They even have a saying there, pardon my Gaulish. The Iberian mercenaries, Iberian are of course Spanish, so there's a lot of reminiscence of that, but he on the one hand he creates this very detail-oriented, very much rooted in historical shrouds world, and but on the other hand he does some very alien things with that setting. He includes like a tribal culture that is very reminiscent of the Native American tribes. He has some very highly imaginative um, um, creatures in there, called the Wild overall. There are Urks, Boglins, dragons, we have sentient golden bears, giant beavers. We see some of the points of view. It's a multi POV storytelling. He has more than 20 points of views, and some of them are from the perspective of the wild as well. So it has this very great balance of a historically detailed read combined with a highly imaginative one. And yeah, that is highly recommended. The first book, the Red Knight, was my favorite book of 2013, and yeah, this is now coming in at number 2 for this year, but it's really close up to the actual number 1. And of course, this actual number 1 is The City of Stairs by Robert Jackson Bennett. It's nearly, for me, kind of the perfect novel. It has a really great balance between plot, characters, and world building. All unfolds under your nose like a bouquet of flowers, as when the novel progresses. So it's a really great read. It has a really unique world building that has elements you won't see in other books, but it is still has the feel of a very epic fantasy. Great immersion, great characters. If you haven't read it, this is one of the books from this year that you absolutely should read and give it a try. So, very briefly, these were my top 5 reads of 2014. Yeah, as I said, I'm a little sick at the moment, so there won't be any videos this week anymore, but hopefully next week we'll be going back to a regular schedule and having things like the January TBR, the December wrap-up, my huge Christmas and January and birthday and December book haul. I went kind of crazy, but yeah, you're going to see that. So, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of me, subscribe to my channel. If you want to know in detail what's coming up on my channel, please look inside the description box. There's a little segment there called On the Horizon. I wish you not only a good day, but also a good end of the year, a good start into 2015, and hope you will get bitten by a really good book too. Bye.